In the NBA, it is obviously not uncommon to see players slam the ball down on their opponents. While it is athletically impressive, it's also the most disrespectful thing that one player can do to any opponent. But did you know that many players have been caught slam dunking on their teammates by flirting with their teammates' partners? Well, in today's video, we're going to be revealing who has been flirting with their teammates' partners. Let's dive in. Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2K22 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple. First up, Paul George flirting and allegedly sleeping with Roy Hibbert's wife. In 2014, the Pacers had one of the best built teams in the NBA. While they weren't the best team in the league, they were definitely a potential contender, but the only reason that they were as good as they were was due to their dynamic duo, which was composed of Paul George and Roy Hibbert. The pair were great teammates and great friends off the court, which actually makes this entire story much more sad. Also, you should all keep in mind that although there is a tremendous amount of evidence to suggest that this story is true, these are all just allegations and should be taken as such. However, apparently during a poor performance in the 2014 NBA playoffs, a comment was made on the bench by Lance Stevenson that caught the attention of the other Pacer players and the media, which made most people believe that George had of course slept with Hibbert's wife. According to the rumors, George began conversing with Hibbert's wife on Instagram, and the pair flirted for quite some time, which eventually led to the pair hooking up. Then allegedly, Hibbert's wife felt a tremendous amount of guilt, came forward to Hibbert and told him everything. This eventually deteriorated on the court chemistry between Hibbert and George, and alas crushed their friendship. It's a terrible story that really makes us hope that this sort of thing doesn't happen too often in the NBA, but I mean, this is the first entry on this list, which means this is clearly not the only sad story of infidelity that you're going to hear today. So in that case, saddle up everyone, it's going to get emotionally bumpy. Next, Andrew Bynum crossing a big-time line. Now I know that this list is already full of acts that cross any line, but this one's really crazy. Cheating or flirting with a teammate's significant other or partner is already one of the worst things that one could do, but Bynum allegedly took it one step farther, and trust me, it's a doozy. Bynum played for the Cleveland Cavaliers a few years back and was a decent depth piece for them. Bynum was suddenly suspended by the team for conducting conduct detrimental to the team. This of course led to the rumor mill having a field day with this reason for suspension. Was it drugs? Was it alcohol? Was it possibly doing the most unimaginable and deciding that it was a good idea to flirt with and seduce the wife of one of the members of the coaching staff? Well, that rumor turned out to be actually true. That's right. Bynum allegedly had relations with the wife of Jamal Mosley, one of the members of the Cavaliers coaching staff. And I'm sure you can guess how that worked out for the team. How can the players respect the coach if he allows for a player who literally slept with his wife to continue operations on the team? Obviously, this wasn't allowed to happen, and Bynum was suspended for his actions. He hasn't been in the league for quite some time, and it is most likely due to his actions while on the Cavs. We aren't sure if there's more to the story with Bynum and Mosley, or between Bynum and somebody else on the team, or in the NBA, but whatever he did was enough to see him never step foot on an NBA court ever again. Up next, Jim Jackson and Jason Kidd. In the early 1990s, the Dallas Mavericks had two of the best young, up-and-coming players in the NBA in Jim Jackson and Jason Kidd. The pair were good friends and great teammates with incredible on-court chemistry, but one day something happened that completely destroyed their relationship, and hilariously, it's still discussed to this day, even though the pair completely deny the entire story. Let's dive into it. According to the rumor, Jackson and Kidd were dating famous 1990s singer Toni Braxton at the same time. This rumor started because allegedly paparazzi saw Kidd leaving a hotel with Braxton, but apparently Braxton was seen returning to the hotel with Jackson, making people believe that the pair were both seeing Braxton. The pair deny this rumor to this day, claiming that it is completely fake and totally ridiculous. But is it? Braxton will neither confirm nor deny the rumor. If it was fake, wouldn't she just say that it wasn't real and that it didn't happen? Why keep it a secret? Unless the real story is embarrassing to one of the parties, and we're almost certain that the party who stands to be embarrassed by the truth coming out would be Jason Kidd. Why do we say this? Well, Jackson has been nothing but candid about the story, making his version of the story well known. He claims that, "I wish it would have happened. If it would have happened, it would have had more meat to it. I could have patted myself on the chest and said, it really did happen, but it didn't. To this day, I still get asked about it." To me, sounds like an answer, but hopefully that gets the public off your tail, because you really don't want the truth to come out. Nobody would blatantly embarrass their friend on public television for fun. I genuinely do not believe that Jackson would tell the world that he stole Toni Braxton from his friend and teammate, because that just seems like an awful thing to do for absolutely no reward. Additionally, the pair were both traded away from the Mavericks due to inter-squad issues. That makes me think that something did happen, but the trio agreed to keep it under wraps. So although we're not completely sure what happened, we do know that something happened, and whatever it was pretty gruesome, and hopefully we never get the full truth for kids' sake. Now we have Shaq and Gilbert Arenas. Although there were tons of other scandalous events that have happened in the NBA, this one's honestly the craziest instance of a player flirting with another player's wife, and if you haven't heard of this one, get ready for an absolute doozy of a story. story. In 2010, rumors began to swirl regarding Shaq and the fiancée of Arenas, Laura Govan. Allegedly, Shaq had been flirting and hooking up with her on a regular basis. Arenas denied this for quite some time until he was eventually forced to change his stance when more information became public, including some emails between Shaq and Govan that were leaked to the public that went into very explicit and specific detail of what they were going to do to each other next time they got together. This led Shaq's wife to file for separation from the 7'1" center and led to the story going public. Once the story went public, Arenas filed a defamation lawsuit against his former fiancée Govan, in which he was ordered to submit a medical record because Govan accused Arenas of giving her an STD, which Arenas firmly denied. This led Arenas to suggest that she developed the STD from Shaq, but Govan refused to submit a medical record, which pretty much states what Arenas had suggested the entire time. It turns out that Govan did most likely develop an STD from Shaq, and when the news broke out, it was one of the biggest stories around the NBA. If you were an NBA fan in the early 2010s, I'm sure you remember this story and exactly how much it impacted the NBA and one of its biggest superstars to ever lace up in Shaq. Obviously, I don't feel bad for Shaq because he did something terrible, but what a terrible situation for the league to have to handle. It's tough for the NBA to keep its professional reputation when it has to deal with stories like this one. Obviously, Shaq and the NBA have recovered from this instance, and hopefully everyone involved has found a way to find peace and move on. And that's all we have for you guys today on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Which of these stories of player flirting or cheating with other players' partners shocked you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like on the video and to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss a single new upload from us here at the channel. Thank you all once again, and we'll see you in the next video.